Hi, Brandon, Farah from the New Straits Times. From the Myanmar game the other day, what were some of your positive takeaways that you saw from the match? And also, what are your thoughts on going against a team like Laos, who obviously, as they said, lost 6-0? Thanks.
I guess I'm always a positive person, so I only really look at the positives and I leave the negatives up to our technical team, as coach has said. But the positives, I feel the boys came together. We really were able to manage a tough situation that we're put in, and I think that's such a strong point for any team, to be able to manage a game when not everything is going well for you. So I think the boys really went out there and came together as a strong unit, and really showed that we could battle out and grind out results, which, for me, in my opinion, every good team are able to grind out results. And so, we can say to ourselves that it was a difficult game, but at the end of the day, we went there for the 3 points, and we managed to get them. Yes, so thoughts on Laos. We've obviously watched we watched their last game, and the technical team will give us more information. We have the best background staff that you can get. They give us so much information to be able for us to implement a game style on the pitch. And we've seen them. They're actually quite very structured in their system, and if we were able to break them down and find spaces and find holes within their defence, then I think it's going to be a positive night for us. But as coach said, we have to respect them. There is no easy team in this competition. I think you can really see that within both groups. It's going to be tough matches, and we have to go out there and really cement ourselves as one of the better teams in this competition, and that will be proven against Laos.
So Brendan, how's your motivation and your teammate motivation right now? Everything's good?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, there are a few players that are injured, and we'll figure out how they are in the next, today, and see whether they can be a part of the squad. But we have a great squad. It's a 23-man squad. It's not an 11 players. So whether one player goes out, another player comes in and does just as good of a job. So we have full faith in each other. I think that's one good thing about this team, is that we look at each other with respect, and we know that even throughout the Malaysian season, every player deserves to be here. I hate not to go against the media or anything, but I hate when stories come out saying, it's this team or that team, because, these players have done extremely well in the Malaysian League, and they deserve to be here. Anyone who puts on this badge deserves to be here. So for me, the players are ready, the players are motivated, the players are willing to give their all for the country, and I think that has to be respected.
Brendan, any words to the Malaysian fans to come and support the team tomorrow?
Of course, they're our 12th man. They've always been our 12th man, and they've always helped us through tough situations, and even been a positive note for the big occasions that we are doing well. So we always need our fans to come out there. I think any player or anyone who's been in the stadium when Harimau Malaya is playing in Bukit Jalil has said that it's one of the best stadiums to play in the world. So hopefully the fans can come out and support us and make the noise and bring us positivity and allow us to get the result against Laos.
Brendan, you mentioned just now how difficult the Myanmar game was, where the team had to be a bit reactive maybe. How much is it the impetus going into this Laos game, that in front of the home crowd, that the team has to take the initiative and be active instead of reactive?
I think we went out there to be active. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone can be a head coach, it seems to be, in out there in the media, and also, you know, everyone has their opinions about football. But we went out there to be aggressive. We went out there with a game plan. The coaching staff has given us a game plan well in advance of the game, and you know, we just had to try to implement that. The one good thing that I take out of that is, you know, we tried to implement a game plan. Some things worked, some things didn't, and we were able to adjust and get the result. And I think that's a good sign of a very good team, is to be able to adjust and to be able to be reactive when when some things don't work for you at first. So for me, the boys did a fantastic job in being able to manage the game and to be able to get the result at the end of the day, which is what we were there for.
Hi, Brendan. The coach has now said about goal difference. So what's your take on that as a player, to execute what coach wanted, especially to get as much as goal against Laos?
As a player, we go out there to score as many goals as we possibly can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So we will go out there with a game plan that we will try to execute, and if we execute properly, that will allow us to breach the gap to Vietnam. But again, we can't worry about that too much at the moment. We just have to focus on what's ahead of us, and that's playing our style that we want to play, not worrying about how Laos play or falling into their system of play. We have to focus on ourselves and be able to produce and implement the game style that coach has given us. And you know, hopefully, if we implement that well, then we will be able to get the goals.
Brendan, without Jimmy, we only have two centre-back, Dominic and maybe another one is Shadul Afro. Are you willing to go deeper if coach wants, and do you would play in defend before in your career?
I'm the type of player, if the coach asks me to be a goalkeeper, I'll be a goalkeeper. So wherever I play at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Wherever any player plays at the end of the day, the coach has done and the coaching staff have done so much homework on every single player, and they know every attribute of every player. They know exactly where their strengths, their weaknesses are, and to be able to put them into positions where they can thrive. So if the coach and the coaching staff tells us that they think we can do a good job there, then we have the full confidence that we know we can do the job there, because they are the ones who study us all year round. They study, you know, 300 players within the league. It's not just 23 players. So they know our strengths and our weaknesses, and if they tell us that they think we can do a good job in this position, then we will have full confidence that we know we can do a good job in that position.
Brendan, we know that in Laos team, they have one player which played with Sri Pahang this season, Billy get killed. So your thought on that, about Billy?
Yeah, he didn't end up playing too much at the end of the day with a few injuries and whatnot. But yeah, he's a great player. You know, he's played in some good leagues, and you know, we watched him against a little bit against Vietnam, and you know, the thing is, you can't always focus on one player, right? They're a squad of 23 as well at the end of the day, so we need to be able to, again, focus on ourselves, and if we can focus on ourselves and implement our game style, then it doesn't matter what they do. At the end of the day, they are good players, and at the end of the day, we are good players, so we need to be confident in ourselves and go out there and really implement the game plan.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Let's have
Thank you, everyone.
photo op. Coach and Brendan.